Night's Watch. Formed in the ancient age of heroes, the Night's Watch was created after the Long Night, when darkness and the White Walkers nearly wiped out mankind. Once the wall was raised, this brotherhood was sworn to defend the realms of men from whatever still lurked beyond it. For centuries, the Watch was a noble order of thousands, respected by kings and lords. But as the threat of the North faded from memory, support vanished. By the time of Game of Thrones, it had become a refuge for exiles, bastards, and criminals. Even so, their vows remained unbroken. No wife, no children, no lands. Duty was their only life. From Castle Black, they guarded a wall older than memory, led by a Lord Commander who kept faith when the rest of the realm had forgotten. In the end, the Watch stood once more against the cold, proving that honor can outlast the world that forgets it. The Small Council. When Aegon the Conqueror united the Seven Kingdoms, he realized one king could not rule alone. The Small Council was born to advise and execute royal command. The Hand of the King as his right hand, the Master of Coin managing the treasury, the Grand Maester offering wisdom, the Master of Whisperers dealing in secrets, and others who shaped law and defense. In theory, it was meant to balance power with reason. In truth, it became a pit of ambition. Every decision was a contest. Littlefinger's gold versus Varys' whispers, Tywin's iron will against Tyrion's wit. The Small Council shows that in King's Landing, politics is not governance. It's survival, a battlefield without swords. The Kingsguard. The Kingsguard was founded by Aegon I Targaryen to protect his person and his bloodline. 7 knights sworn to serve for life, forsaking family and inheritance. Clad in white armor and cloaks, they were the living embodiment of chivalric honor. For centuries, they were legends. Sir Duncan the Tall, Sir Arthur Dane, Sir Barristan Selmy. But their history is also stained by betrayal. Jaime Lannister's slaying of the Mad King revealed the flaw in their oath. What happens when the king they protect becomes the danger? The Kingsguard's tale is one of purity corrupted by power, knights bound by sacred vows, serving rulers who no longer deserve them. The Maesters. The Order of Maesters began at the Citadel of Oldtown, where scholars dedicated themselves to knowledge above superstition. Forging chains of metal to mark each field of study, Maesters were sent to castles across Westeros to heal, advise, and record history. They see themselves as servants of reason, men who replaced sorcery with science, yet their pursuit of logic made them blind to the return of magic and prophecy. Some whisper the Citadel worked to suppress such forces entirely, fearing the chaos they bring. In a land of dragons and prophecy, the Maesters are a paradox, men of learning who refuse to believe in the world they study.
The 13. In the distant city of Qarth, power belongs not to kings, but to merchants. The 13 were the city's ruling elite, a council of traders and nobles who built Qarth's wealth from the spice routes and sea trade. They formed during Qarth's rise as a crossroads of commerce, governing through consensus and profit. Each member commanded vast fortunes and private armies, ensuring that nothing in the city moved without their approval. When Daenerys Targaryen arrived seeking aid, they treated her not as a queen, but as an investment. The 13 embodied Qarth's creed that gold, not blood, decides who rules. The Brotherhood without banners. Born from the chaos of the War of the Five Kings, the Brotherhood without banners began as a royal mission led by Sir Beric Dondarrion to bring justice to Sir Gregor Clegane. When their lord and king fell, they became outlaws, but instead of preying on the weak, they protected them. Guided by Beric and the Red Priest Thoros of Myre, the Brotherhood fought for the people, not the crown. Through the power of the Lord of Light, Beric was resurrected again and again, turning their cause into something almost holy. Yet over time, even their justice darkened. Under Lady Stoneheart, vengeance replaced mercy. What began as a rebellion for the helpless became another shadow in the endless war. The City Watch. King's Landing was once lawless until King Maegor the Cruel formed the City Watch, a professional guard to enforce order. Known as the Gold Cloaks for their shining capes, they became the city's soldiers, peacekeepers, and executioners all in one. Their loyalty was never to justice, but to whoever paid them. When Ned Stark tried to seize control of the throne, the Gold Cloaks betrayed him at Littlefinger's command. From that moment, they symbolized how fragile power truly is, that crowns rest not on law, but on coin and fear. The Gold Cloaks exist to keep peace in King's Landing, but peace in that city is always an illusion. The Iron Bank of Braavos. In the free city of Braavos, the Iron Bank reigns supreme. Founded by escaped slaves who hid their fortunes in an underground vault, it grew into the richest and most powerful institution in the known world. Its philosophy is simple: the Iron Bank always gets its due. It lends money to rulers and merchants alike, but if one fails to repay, it funds their enemies instead. Kings may defy armies, none defy debt. When Stannis Baratheon sought their aid, the bank backed him not out of faith, but mathematics. To them, rulers are investments, and when one fails, another is chosen. The Iron Bank does not conquer with swords or dragons. It conquers with patience and interest.